The last week of May was one of my best sales weeks to date. So if you want to see what I sold, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Kidizen. Although it is, officially summer, and so I have been trying to treat this more like my full-time job, although I still have kids at home and whatnot, but I'm trying to do everything I can to really make the most of this time without my actual full-time work as a high school choir teacher to do as much reselling as possible. I wanted to start this video by talking about the fact that I did take a week off of YouTube, and the reason for that is because in the wake of George Floyd's murder, I didn't feel like I could come on here and continue to make the same kind of content with the same kind of just ease and I don't know, it just, one, it's not something that I wanted to do. It's not where my heart was at the moment. And two, I really wanted to just spend that time to educate myself, to read as many books as I could, to watch as many documentaries and movies and TV shows that are out there that are, that exist to teach the American public about systemic racism in our country. And I want you to know that I don't think that just because I took a week to, educate myself as much as possible, that now I know everything and now I know what to do to fix things. I mean, I don't, and it's definitely still a process, and it's something that I have committed to doing because the work is important. And, I myself, if you have eyes, you can tell that I'm Asian. I myself am a minority, and I know what it feels like to not be part of the majority, right? But in conversations that I've had with other Asian Americans, I think one understanding that we're coming to is that although we have experienced racism and although we know that struggle and we can relate to our Black brothers and sisters in that way, I would argue that the systems that are built in our country are not built against us. They're not built to oppress us in the same way that they are our Black brothers and sisters. And so I think in doing a lot of the learning that I've been doing and really like unlearning a lot of different things, it's just been eye-opening. And so, like I said, the work is not done. I want to continue making videos for you guys, obviously, about my reselling journey and any tips and tricks that I've learned along the way that I think will be helpful for you. But I just wanted to, one, explain my week-long absence, and two, let you know that there's still a lot of work to be done. And I, for one, am committed to doing it. And I would love to hear from you what you've been doing to continue growing and learning on that front as well. So with that being said, let's talk about what sold in the last week of May, because it was a great week. Last week was not so great because, again, I just couldn't really focus on reseller related things. I felt like there was just more important stuff to do, and it showed. It showed in my numbers. But last week of May, all right, so let's talk about it. We're talking about Monday the 25th through Sunday the 31st. And okay, the first sale of the week doesn't sound like it's really that amazing. And with it, I was kind of like, oh, great, like this week is probably going to be awful. But I started off with this one sale. It was in my 4 for $25 sale. It was a Beats by Dre zipper case headphones case, just something that you put Beats by Dre headphones in. I found it at the bins. I'd actually found 2 of them and I was trying to sell them as a lot. And I had them up on Mercari as well. And someone asked if I could just sell her the one on Mercari. So I was just left with like this one other one. I think I had it listed for 8. Someone offered me 5. I was like, yep, you can take them, because I've had them listed for a really long time. I made $2.05. That was the start of my amazing week. And you're going to see that there are some sales mixed in here that are like pretty good and some that are like, I made $2, $3, but you know me, I love my $2, $3 sales too. I have no bias when it comes to sales. The next thing to sell, also not super amazing, but it was a lot of 3 Carter's and Cat and Jack newborn pants, just like little cotton pants. They sold for $10 using my closet clear out method. I made $7.05. Those all belong to my son, so all pure profit. The next thing to sell did come from the consignment store that I've been going to about like once a week for the past month or so. And I worked out a really great deal with them where I fill like a huge black garbage bag with clothes, shoes, whatever, and they only charge me $50 per bag. If you want to hear more about it, I will link my thrift haul playlist down below, and it'll be like the newest videos in that playlist. I have 2 shoe hauls up right now. I'll have 2 other like clothes hauls coming up, and I kind of explain the situation a little bit more. So this is one of the shoes that I got there. All of the shoes that I got in those first few hauls, it came out to less than $2 per pair of shoes. These were a pair of Crocs purple flats in a size 8. They were like, you know, like the round toe up on top, great condition, sold for $22 using my closet clear out method. So I made $17.60. The next thing to sell was a pair of Brooks Pure Connect running shoes in a size 10 in like a black and pink colorway. I think I got these at that church garage sale. It was like the last thrifting trip that I did before we went into quarantine. And so I think I got these for $1 actually. They sold for $30 and I made $24 as my profit. I feel like the thing with Brooks running shoes, Brooks is a brand for like serious runners. And so even with this pair of shoes, someone reached out to me and they're like, how many miles have been running these shoes? Girl, I don't know. Like, they looked like they were in great condition to me. I did not know how to answer that question, but that's the kind of question you can expect to get sometimes when it comes to Brooks shoes, because like I said, it's serious runners who purchase this brand, so just beware. Moving on to eBay, I sold this J. Crew Factory A-line Ponte knit dress in a size 2. This sold for $24.99. I had them pay for shipping, although I did have to pay like a little bit more for shipping than what I had charged, so I made $19.82. That actually came in this haul right here. It was a bunch of stuff that I was given for free by a friend of mine who had cleaned out her closet, and her mom and dad had also cleaned out their closets as well as their sister. I have a feeling this belonged to her mom, but it was in really great shape, so I got it for free and I made $19.82 off of it. The next thing to sell was actually 2 items on eBay. So I was able to ship it out together, and they both sold via offers to watchers. So the first thing was this Banana Republic 100% silk pink sleeveless blouse in a size small. This I got for free a long time ago from a friend of mine. The next thing was a pair of new with tags White House Black Market cuffed Bermuda shorts. They were denim shorts in a size 00. And these were also given to me by a friend of mine for free. So they sold for $34.80. I had them pay for shipping. And because I was able to combine it, it was actually a little bit less than what they paid. And I made a profit of $31.97. Pure profit, because like I said, both of those items were given to me for free. The next thing to sell was also given to me for free by one of those same friends, and it was this pair of loft gray chino shorts in a size 0. These sold for $11.90. That was an offer that I sent out to watchers. They paid for shipping. I made $10.36, and that did sell via promoted listings as well. And I believe that those shorts were only promoted at 1%. The next thing to sell on eBay was this pair of J. Crew Factory khaki Rivington shorts in a size 34. These I got somewhere. I kind of want to say, I don't know where I got these, but these sold for $19.90. That was the offer that I sent out to watchers. And after they paid for shipping, I made $17.33 because that sold via promoted listings at 1% as well. And then I actually had a good Mercari day this day. I had 3 Mercari sales, which is unheard of. Like, you guys know, I kind of crap on Mercari all the time because typically I'll make like 1 sale a week over on Mercari. So to have 3 sales in one day was kind of crazy. And by the way, this was Memorial Day. I forgot to mention that. So the first thing to sell on Mercari was this pair of Chico's Oh So Slimming cuffed jeans in a size 10. They were like cropped a little bit and they sold for $18. I do free shipping on like 98% of all of my Mercari listings. These did have to go in a padded flat rate envelope, so I sent them out for $7.75. My profit was only $8.45. Those I got in my ThredUp denim rescue box, and so I probably had a few dollars into them. And at this point, I have already made back all of the money that I spent, paying for that ThredUp box. So I am in the green now. All right, moving on to the second thing that sold on Mercari. It was this pair of Converse green high top lace up shoes in a size 8. These sold for $12 and I did pay for shipping, which was $4. So I only ended up making $6.80, but I did get those for free from a friend at church. She will every once in a while just contact me and be like, I have a ton of clothes for you guys, because, she's trying to give me clothes from her daughter that will fit my daughter. And then she's got some boys and some of her stuff could fit my boy when, he gets a little bit older. But like, my kids aren't aren't really into like Converses or like lacing up their shoes that way. So I just went ahead and listed these, and so $6.80 of pure profit. And then the next thing to sell also came from my friend who gave me all that stuff between her and her sister and her parents. And it was this pair of PacSun high-rise cutoff shorts in a size 28. They sold with stains, and I like showed pictures of the stains and, you know, noted it in my description. For $17, I paid for $4.08 of shipping to get them out to the buyer. And so I made $11.22 on that. I also had a sale this day from, you know, doing a shoe haul on YouTube from that consignment store that I told you about. And I actually have a number of shoes that sold, you know, just direct from myself to a buyer without a platform. And so it was a little bit cheaper in terms of like I was able to offer them a better price since I didn't have to pay any, you know, fees for platforms or anything like that. And so I sold this pair of Melissa heels to Jennifer. It was this pair of black, like patent leather pointed toe pumps, if you will. I sold them to her for $25 shipped. It cost me $7.75 to ship out. So I made $17.25. I will tell you at the end of the video how many items I sold this week just from that one consignment store alone. And it's pretty crazy. Like I have been selling their stuff now for, like I said, close to a month. And I've sold like a little bit over 20 items from there. And I've made like a little over $400, I think. So I'm doing pretty well. It's like a quarter of what I've spent so far. So it's like such a lucrative opportunity that I've been given to just basically go there, shop by myself and whatever. Anyway, moving on to Tuesday, the 26th. It was not as amazing of a day. And I think it's because it wasn't Memorial Day. It wasn't like a holiday. People don't have shopping on the mind. But I had one Poshmark sale and one eBay sale. So on Poshmark, I sold another dress that I got from the consignment store. And it was this loft blue and white striped sleeveless dress in a size medium. It sold for $15 and I made $12. And I had that listed for, I want to say, like 30 to 45 minutes. It sold so fast. So that was really exciting. And then on eBay, this is like the opposite of my Poshmark experience. I sold this new with tags Bob Mackie aqua wearable art t-shirt in a size medium. This sold for $13. Someone sent me an offer and I had them pay for shipping. So I made $11.10. That sold via promoted listings at 1%. I've had this listed forever, which is why I say it's like the opposite experience of the loft dress from the consignment store, because this I had listed forever. The loft dress sold really quickly. I don't know why I keep picking up Bob Mackie. Like, I feel like I've heard other resellers talk about it and how it sells really well for them and they make a lot of money off of it. That is not the case for me. Like, I just have a really hard time moving Bob Mackie, so I'm done. Even if it's new with tags, done. I've had this for more than a year. And then on Wednesday, the 27th, I had no Poshmark sales, but I did have 2 eBay sales, 1 Mercari sale, and 1 Kidizen sale, as well as a couple direct sales from haul videos. So on eBay, I sold this pair of Levi's Hunter Green 511 straight fit corduroy pants in a size 34-32, so they were men's. They sold for my full asking price of $27.99. They paid for shipping. I made $21.24. I did have those promoted slightly higher at 6%, but you know, I'm okay with promoting at a little bit higher of a percentage. And I mean, yeah, it does eat into my profit a little bit, but not by that much. And then the next thing to sell on eBay was this pair of Abercrombie & Fitch light wash cuffed jean shorts in a size 2. These came from my friend and her sister. So, you know, it was given to me for free. I sent out offers to watchers on these for $14.90. After they paid for shipping, I made a profit of $11.50 because, again, this sold via promoted listings at 6%. And those sold pretty quickly, like, you know, within a month of me listing them. And then over on Mercari, I sold this Guess black and white strapless dress in a size extra large. This sold for $13. I paid $5.27 to ship this out to them, and I made $6.43. Not a lot of money, but I was given that dress for free, and that took me probably like a couple weeks to sell, if even. It sold actually much faster than I thought it would because I don't really list a lot of Guess, and this, like I said, I got it for free, which is the only reason I listed it. So maybe some Guess is worth picking up. I wouldn't have thought this was because I don't even feel like strapless dresses are really that in right now, but it got a lot of attention pretty quick and it sold. And then on Kidizen, I sold this Halo, which is like the brand that makes sleep sacks, although this was not a sleep sack, but it was the blue and green striped crib sheet. This sold for $7. I only had it listed for like $8 or something like that. I mean, they weren't going for a whole lot. I paid to ship it out, which cost $3.75. I made $2.36 off of that. But that is something that I've had for many years. My daughter used it. My son pretended to use it. He's never actually slept in his crib. He's slept with me like ever since he's been born. So it got a lot of use with my daughter though. So $2.36 off of something that my daughter used a ton. That's awesome. Like, I am so cool with that. That will buy me a McDonald's Coke and a McChicken. So I'm all about that. And then the 2 pairs of shoes that sold direct from me to, the buyer without a platform. One was this pair of Mizuno shoes in a size 7. These sold to Kayla. So Kayla, thank you so much. And they sold for $35 with me paying for shipping. And so I made a profit of $27.25 on those. And then the next thing to sell was the brand OTBT, which I had never heard of. I just saw them at this consignment store storage unit and they looked really interesting. They looked like a hybrid between like Dansko's and I don't know, like something else. They were a really high wedge, like slip-on shoe. And then also the consignment store had priced them pretty high. So that's how I knew that maybe they were a pretty good brand. They sold for $35 to Ti. So Ti, thank you so much. And after I paid for shipping, I made $25.93 off of those. I really love these direct sales because I don't even, list them on Poshmark or eBay or anything. So it saves me all that time of photographing and, listing and sharing the item. There is a little bit of work involved as far as communicating with the buyer and figuring out, are we going to use PayPal? Are we going to use Venmo? All those kinds of things. But it's still worth it to save the time, like I said, with photographing and listing. On Thursday, I had one sale and it was on eBay and it was this new with tags Gap Wear Light khaki shorts in a size 32. They were actually my husband's. He had bought 2 pairs of shorts from Gap that were just like different colors, but the same style of shorts. And he just, never ended up wearing these, didn't really like the color, I guess. So he told me I could sell them. I sold them for $20. And after they paid for shipping, I made $16.70, which is actually more than my husband paid for them. He got them on like super clearance. So that's always really cool when you're able to sell something for more than you got it for. And then on the 29th, which was a Friday, I had a ton of Poshmark sales. I had 3 eBay sales and it looks like that was it. So on Poshmark, the first thing to sell was the set of 2 tall, slim cups, just like, cups. And they had like a diner theme to them. They sold for $8. They were in my 4 for $25 sale, but they sold for $8 to Jess, who is a viewer. So Jess, thank you so much. She got them for, I want to say her sister or like her sister-in-law. So I hope that she loves them. And I made $5.05 off of those. I got those at TJ Maxx a long time ago. We used them and I don't know, like as of late, we just haven't used them very much. And I decided to list them when Poshmark opened up their home goods market. So they have been listed for quite some time. And I was freaking out a little bit because I've never shipped out glassware before or like breakable type things. But she said that they got to her really well and they were packaged nicely. So I'm happy to hear that. And then the next thing to sell was a bundle of 2 items. The first one was a Lilla P ribbed boat neck ribbed sweater in a size medium in this beautiful like maroonish color. This I got at the Salvation Army like an hour away. I'll link that haul right here because in that video, I share how I was at that Salvation Army for 5.5 hours. And I did another video that I'll link right here where I tracked like how much money I've made off of that one haul. So if you're interested, a lot of people do haul videos, but you never really see like the aftermath as far as how much did you actually make off of that haul. So I do have that video as well. Lilla P is a brand sold on Stitch Fix, if you are familiar with like the Stitch Fix subscription boxes. And I thought it was a really well-made sweater. It kind of reminded me of like Lululemon sweaters. If you, ever have touched or felt one of those, it had the same kind of like stretch or like the same kind of feel. The next thing in this bundle to sell was a Lucky Brand geometric knit crossover top in a size medium. I'm fairly certain I picked this up at a Plato's Closet 90% off clearance sale. So I definitely don't have a lot into that. Probably like 80 cents to $1 at most. And that Lilla P sweater I had $1 into. So those sold for $40 with discounted shipping. I made $29.88 off of those 2 items. The next thing to sell is something that I've had forever. It's a pair of 7 for All Mankind cropped dojo jeans in a size 26. They sold for $24. That was an offer that someone sent to me, so I made $19.20 off of those. I used to freak out when I found dojo jeans, and I don't find them very often. I do feel like the fad has died down just a little bit, and then I think too, like, these weren't as desirable because they were cropped. If you find like the regular dojo, like bootcut jeans with the big, 7 stitching on the butt, I mean, those can do really well. Maybe not as well as they used to, but I think just because they were cropped, people were like, meh, like not as interested. The next thing to sell did come from the consignment store, and it's this new with tags Solemio. I've never seen this brand, but I just thought the dress was really pretty. I think it's a boutique brand, but it was this blue and white floral wrap dress in a size medium. It sold for $24, and so I made $19.20 off of that. And that sold really quickly, probably within a week of me listing it. The next thing to sell also actually sold somewhat quickly. I think I had it listed for around 2 weeks. It was this Liz Lange. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's like, this brand that sold at Target. It was a pair of maternity full belly band shorts in a size extra small. They sold for $10. I made $7.05. They were in my thread up denim rescue box as well. The next thing to sell was a bundle of 4 items, all items in my 4 for $25 sale. So she bundled them, sent me a $25 offer, and I accepted and made $20 off of these things. So the first thing was this Ultra Flirt, that was the brand, high neck crochet maxi dress in a size small. Ultra Flirt, I don't remember where that brand is sold. It's not, like the most high-end brand. It's like a juniors line, which is why I threw it in my 4 for $25 sale. The next thing to sell was this J. Crew Factory City Fit ankle dress pants in a size 4. They were black. I've had them forever. I don't know, I feel like dress pants in general are just much harder to sell. My theory, especially right now, is that there are far less people going to work in an office setting right now. I mean, a lot of people who have those kind of jobs are either working from home or maybe they don't have that job anymore ever since the pandemic. But just workwear or career wear in general, I feel like is just not as big of a necessity, therefore is not selling as well. But in general, I feel like dress pants are just a hard sell. So that's why they were in my 4 for $25 sale. The next thing was something that was given to me for free. And I think those J. Crew Factory dress pants were also given to me for free, as was the Ultra Flirt dress. So this Forever 21 black and white striped maxi dress in a size medium was also given to me for free by a friend. I don't typically pick up Forever 21 at the thrift store. And then the last thing also given to me for free by a friend was this Loft yellow striped cardigan in a size small. So all 4 of those items I got for free. So that's $20 of pure profit, which I love. And then on eBay, I sold this pair of Not Your Daughter's Jeans black cuffed slim fit Bermuda shorts in a size 4. I think I picked these up and I've had them forever, ever. They sold for $11.90, which was my offer that I sent out to watchers. I did have them pay for shipping, but I had to pay an additional $1.04 because I didn't charge them enough. So I made $8.79. I, used to have pretty decent luck actually with Not Your Daughter's Jeans. Not so much anymore. I don't really pick it up. I don't know. People just aren't really looking for it. The next thing to sell was this new with tags paper denim and cloth black hooded jacket for men in a size medium. It was full zip and it was given to me by a friend at church. I have 2 male friends now from church who I've done consignment deals with, both of whom are on worship team with me. And this is the first guy that I did it with. And so I have had this for quite some time. It finally sold for $27.45. That was the offer sent to me. They paid for shipping. I made $22.70. I think I thought I was going to get more for this than I did, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy to get rid of it because I've had it listed now for probably 3 to 4 months. And then the last thing to sell this day was a pair of Ralph Lauren 100% linen ivory pants in a size 8. They sold for $32.99, which was my full asking price, I believe. They paid for shipping. I made $27.40 off of those pants. They were promoted at 1%, and I have had them listed for a really long time, but I kind of figured they would sell in the spring or summer because they are 100% linen. They were really nice pants. I think I got them at a consignment sale that pops up a couple times a year, which is why I know I've had them for a really long time, but at last they're gone, so good riddance. And then on Saturday the 30th, I had 3 Poshmark sales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eBay sales, one Kidizen sale, and one direct sale. So on Poshmark, the first thing to sell was this Hawker Rye cotton cashmere quarter zip sweater in a navy color in a size extra small. It is a men's sweater and it did belong to my brother. He was like, I don't wear this anymore. And I think he actually got it from Stitch Fix. This sold for $18, so I made a profit of $14.40. The next thing to sell did come from the consignment store, and it's this Rebel Wilson. I didn't even know she had a line, but it's like this Rebel Wilson X Angels, the pinup racer crop jeans in a size 20W. So I think that she has a line of like plus size jeans. I don't know if there's anything else, like tops or anything that are a part of that line, but these sold for $20. I made $16 and they sold pretty quickly. So I feel like if you find anything by her brand, they're worth picking up if you can find them for pretty cheap. Comps weren't that high, but like I said, mine sold for 20. So the next thing to sell was this new with tags, Two Sisters, the label Elysian, I don't know if I'm saying that right. One sleeve crochet lace dress in a size 8. It was in this beautiful maroon color. I got them from this haul right here, and I titled this haul my best, like most epic haul ever. It was like the first time I found a good number of like high-end brands in one place, and that's because I had visited this consignment store, not the same one that I've been talking about where I have been shopping by myself, but it's this consignment store that's in the same plaza as where my kids do gymnastics. And so I'll go there from time to time, and they were doing this 70% off sale of, their like last season clothes. And so I went and they had a ton of great stuff. It was my first time finding Aquatalia. I found some like MM LaFleur. I mean, they just had some really great stuff. And so this was one of the dresses that I got, and it's by the brand Two Sisters, the label. I've heard of that brand. I've seen it here and there. It's this Australian brand, and their pieces do retail for, a decent amount of money, like high hundreds or like low 200s. So I found 3 dresses that day that were new with tags, and they were beautiful, like all kind of a similar crochet lace look to them. I did have them listed pretty high, so I finally got an offer on this one dress for $55. I think I had it listed for like $88 or something like that, but I hadn't been getting a lot of offers. All 3 dresses do have a decent number of likes, but just not a lot of offers. So I just accepted the offer and I made $44 on that dress. Again, I think with the pandemic and I think with people just not being able to go out as much, there's just not a need for dresses like this, And in fact, whenever I get a like on something, when it's closet clear out, I will send them a message letting them know that I can drop the price and Poshmark will cover a portion of the shipping. And, I sent out multiple messages like that on these dresses, and someone responded with, I love the dress, I just don't know where I would wear it to right now. So I totally get why, these aren't moving very well right now. That's okay. I'm okay with like sitting on them and waiting for the right buyer. But yeah, I mean, making $44 on this dress, that's still really great. I probably paid like $11 to $15 on the dress. I did have to pay up for all of this stuff because again, it was at a consignment store, but still turning like, even if it was $15 that I paid into $44, I'm totally happy with that. And then on eBay, the first thing to sell was a Ralph Lauren blue label denim button-down shirt in a size medium. This sold for $31.90. That was the offer that I sent out to watchers. And I made $24.62 on that because it did sell via promoted listings at 6%, and I did have to pay a little bit more for shipping. This shirt, I got so many offers on Poshmark and eBay, so many lowball offers. Again, it was Ralph Lauren blue label, which is like a higher tier of Ralph Lauren. And also I had seen other shirts that were similar to this and comps, and they were selling consistently between like $30 and $35. I got a lot of offers in like the $20 ballpark, and I even had one person who I think offered me $20. I countered with $31.90, and they came back at me with like a really nasty message. I think they said something along the lines of like, you're pretty rich, how about this? And then they countered like $25 or something. I don't block people. Like, I very rarely block people on any platform. This is the second person that I've blocked on eBay. I don't remember what the first person did, but this is the second person that I blocked because I don't have time for rudeness. You know what I mean? Like, you can counter and you can even lowball me. Like, I never take that personally, and I don't block people for lowballing me, but to like say that kind of stuff to me, I just thought it was rude, and I assumed that they'd probably be the type of person to, you know, like leave me negative feedback and stuff, so I just wasn't going to deal with it, so I blocked them. And then someone was watching the item, I sent out, you know, an offers to watchers, and someone accepted. So I'm glad that I held out and got the price that I knew something like this could command. And, you know, if you are doing your research, you know what the comps are, definitely stick to your price, unless you're like okay with going lower because maybe, you know, you didn't pay that much for it, or maybe you've had it forever. But for me, I knew I needed to wait this one out. This was something that I worked out as a consignment deal with my second male friend from church. So making $24.62 on this, I'm really happy with that. The next thing to sell on eBay was this pair of bullhead khaki skinny joggers in a size small. These I paid $1 for at that Salvation Army that I was at for 5.5 hours. They sent me an offer for $22, which I accepted, and after they paid for shipping, I made $18.45 on those. The next thing is also from that Salvation Army, and it was this Brandy Melville Ringer baseball tunic t-shirt in a one size fits most. That's a lie. I hate when people size their stuff like that. That's lazy sizing. But it sold for $10. That was the offer sent to me, and I made $8.66 after the buyer paid for shipping. The next thing to sell was this ABS by Alan Schwartz floral jacquard front tie cropped bustier in a size extra small. This sold for $15. I had it listed pretty high, maybe for like 28 or even 32, but I finally accepted 15 because I just wasn't getting any offers on this. So after they paid for shipping, I made $12.60. I did pick this up at a Goodwill. I probably paid like $4 or $5 for it. I don't think I'm going to be picking up like those super crop tanks, like, you know, like a bustier type thing. They just don't really move for that much. The last thing to sell on eBay was this Andy Warhol Pepe jeans London jacket, and it had like these collectible pins on them. It was, I think, like a denim jacket, like a really lightweight, thin denim jacket, and it was in a size large. This was something that was donated to me by a family member of one of my theater students at school because we were trying to raise money for all this stuff, and I pulled like the nicer stuff to list on eBay and Poshmark. So the proceeds from this will be going to my theater program. This sold for $25.99, which was, I think, my full asking price. I did have this listed with free shipping for whatever reason, so I paid $7.75 to ship it out because I was able to put it in a padded flat rate envelope, and so I made $14.86. But like I said, that's gonna go to theater. And then over on Kidizen, I had one sale, and this was a Kidizen sale, but it sold via Facebook Marketplace. So the cool thing about Kidizen is that you can turn on an option to cross-list basically everything from Kidizen automatically to Facebook Marketplace. And so essentially when you're listing on Kidizen, you're listing on two different sites, which is amazing. So this sold for my full asking price of $14.95. I paid for shipping, which was $3.50, and I made a profit of $9.58. That I believe I already had in the house. I think, you know, my son wore it maybe a couple times, but not really. Like, he didn't really wear a lot of polo shirts. So $9.58 of pure profit. If you are interested in Kidizen, it is an app where you primarily sell kids' clothes, but you can also sell like women's clothes and kids' toys and, you know, books and stuff like that. I will have a link down below where if you sign up, you get $5 of credit just for signing up. And I also get something for, you know, signing you up. So I do have my code down there. I love Kidizen. I don't make a ton of money over there, but I have been buying a lot of stuff over there. And I just think it's a really cute platform. And then the last sale of the day was a direct sale. This went out to Satara, or Tara. I don't know how to pronounce it, but if you're watching, thank you so much. She bought this pair of Brooks metallic running shoes off of me. And when she got them, she said they were in wonderful shape. So I'm so happy to hear that. I made a total of $22.25. I think I sold them to her for $30 shipped. I think that's right. So like I said, I made a total of $22.25. And then on Sunday, which was the 31st, I had another really great sales day. On Poshmark, the first thing to sell was this Polo by Ralph Lauren black classic fit polo shirt in a size medium. This sold for $24 and I made $19.20. I think $24 was my full asking price, and this is something that I worked out, you know, via consignment deal with a friend of mine from church. The next thing was like a 6 or 8, I think it was an 8-piece bundle. And this went to a viewer named Glory. So Glory, if you're watching, thank you so much. She was so sweet. She just bundled a bunch of stuff together and let me, send her an offer, and she accepted right away. So I love that. Thank you so much. The first thing to sell was this Forever 21 cold shoulder floral crop top in a size small. It had like a velvet floral print on it. And this is from my friend who gave me a bunch of stuff for free between her and her sister. The next thing was in my 4 for $25 sale, and it was this American Eagle lace bell sleeve mini dress in like this beautiful ivory color. This was in a size extra small. I think I got it at a Goodwill a long time ago, and this is before I learned that American Eagle dresses, really anything other than American Eagle denim or the American Eagle soft and sexy line, they just don't sell very well. And even like the soft and sexy line, it sells, and it sells pretty quickly in my experience, but it doesn't sell for a lot. So to me, those two things from American Eagle are the only things worth picking up. This was a beautiful dress. It just, I've had it for a long time, and it didn't sell until this moment to Glory. The next thing again was in my 4 for $25 sale, and it was the Simply Vera Wang, which is like Vera Wang's Kohl's Juniors line. It was this graphic dress in like a brown and white print. This I got at the bins in Indianapolis, maybe like the first or second time that I went. So again, I've had it for a very long time. The next thing came from the consignment store, and it was this Anthropologie Florite needlepoint quilted skirt in a size 2. The next 3 things to sell in this bundle were from my 4 for $25 sale as well. The first one being this Zara gray pull-on mini skirt in a size extra small. This, I don't know where I got it. I want to say the bins, but I really don't remember. The next thing was a Silence and Noise, which is an Urban Outfitters brand tiered mini skirt, and it was like a black and yellow print mini skirt. It was really cute. I think I got it at Goodwill a long time ago. Mini skirts in general, I just kind of feel like don't really sell a whole lot for me. And then also Urban Outfitters doesn't do very well for me. So the 2-punch combo just wasn't really working out in my favor. The next thing was a pair of Loft modern skinny ankle zip jeans in a size 24. These were given to me for free. I don't remember who gave them to me, but I know I got them for free. And then the last thing was Unina. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's a denim line sold on Lulu's website sometimes. And it was the Comfort Skinny Distressed jeans in a size 1. Those were in my ThredUp Rescue jeans box. A lot of stuff from that box sold this week. And I learned that they were sold on the Lulu's website from Jess, who is JS Thrifts and Flips on Instagram. So she watched my haul and then left a comment and let me know. I'm so thankful when people leave me comments on my haul videos, letting me know more about, the brand or the item than I knew, because it helps me list things sometimes and I just learn more. So thank you guys so much for dropping your knowledge in the comment section all the time. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure to hit that like button, because it does help out this video and just my channel in general. So I'd really appreciate that. And if you are new here, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you consider subscribing as well as pressing that bell notification so that you know every time I put out new content. I will also have a playlist in the description where I link all of my what sold videos in case you are really enjoying this video and just kind of like the format and the style, because I have one for every week that I've been on YouTube. So definitely check out that playlist if you just want to binge watch like a ton of what sold videos. Anyway, all of those items sold for $88. That was the offer that I sent out to her. And after discounted shipping, I made $68.28. So Glory, again, thank you so much. The next thing to sell was this Ann Taylor snakeskin print leather pumps in a size 7.5. These were from the consignment sale. So they sold for $28 and I made $22.40. Ann Taylor, I think, actually does pretty decent, especially compared to Loft. Loft is, definitely, I would say, lower tier than Ann Taylor. And if these didn't sell in a timely manner, I was going to try sending them in to ThredUp. But they did have some, sticky residue on the back. I think someone had one of those, padded things that you put to protect the back of your foot from blistering. So I think for that reason, that's why I didn't send it into ThredUp. But in general, Ann Taylor, I think, is a great brand to send into ThredUp. The next thing to sell was a Mountain Hardwear Polar Tech Thermal Pro full zip jacket in a size extra large. This sold for $32 and I made $25.60 off of that. And that again is something that was donated to me by a theater parent so that I could make a bunch of money for theater. The next thing to sell was this New With Tags Michael Kors Houndstooth button-up dress shirt for men in a size small. This I got when I was out of town and I went thrifting with some colleagues, which was really fun. This I paid way too much for. I paid $9 for. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's a lot more than I thought it was. I didn't realize when I was checking out that I was paying $9 for this. And this sold for $22, so I made $17.60. I was definitely in like a countering war with someone over it. I think he initially offered me like 15 or something, but by the time we got to 22, I was tired and I didn't have a lot of action on the shirt, so I was like, fine, like you can just have it for $22. The last thing to sell on Poshmark was this cachet teal paisley bodycon dress in a size 2. I've had this for like 2 years, I think. It's so pretty, and actually when I pulled it to ship it, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's gorgeous. And I probably should have just relisted it, but I hate relisting. So it sold for $20. I made 16. I'm happy to see it go, but man, it was beautiful. And then on eBay, I had 2 sales. The first one being this loft gray linen blend pull-on shorts in a size extra small. They, just really comfy with like the elastic waist, and they sold for $10, which was the offer sent to me, and I made $8.25 off of those shorts. And then the next thing to sell on eBay was this Polo by Ralph Lauren light blue luxury Oxford button-up shirt in a size medium. This also sold for my full asking price of $27.99. After they paid for shipping and after promoted listings at 6%, I made $21.59. That was also a shirt that was worked out in some sort of consignment deal with my friend, and I made $21.59 off of that. And then the last thing to sell that day, as well as for the week, was over on Mercari. It was this pink Victoria's Secret maroon V-neck t-shirt in a size large. Pink for Victoria's Secret, in my experience, sells really quickly over on Mercari. It doesn't sell for a lot, but it sells really quick. This was given to me for free by, the same friend who gave me a bunch of stuff between her and her sister and her parents. It sold for $10. I paid $2.78 to ship it out. I made $6.22 of pure profit. So that is a win in my book. Okay, so for the week, this is what happened. On Poshmark, I sold 31 items and I made $406.56. On eBay, I sold 18 items, which gave me $307.94. By the way, these numbers that I'm giving you, these are all my net sales, not gross sales. So this is all like what is going in my pocket. And then on Mercari, I sold 5 items for a total of $39.12. On Kidizen, I sold 2 items for a total of $11.94. And then I had 4 direct sales. So, no platforms involved, just PayPal or Venmo. And I made $92.68 doing that. And that brought me to a total of 60 items sold for $858.24. That is, again, what's going in my bank account. That does not account for cost of goods, but my cost of goods is really, really low for the most part. Like, we can probably honestly safely assume like around $60 to $80 for cost of goods, given that a lot of the stuff was given to me for free. A lot of the stuff was $1. But there were a few items that I paid up for, as well as stuff that I, worked out consignment deals for. So I'd say $60 to $80 for cost of goods. So probably like in total around $800. That being said, I told you I would tell you how many items I sold from the consignment store that I've worked out a deal with. I sold 10 items from that consignment store this week. So this was for me a fantastic, fabulous week of sales. Hitting $800 is like pretty rare for me. So I was ecstatic. And I just felt like all of my hard work was really paying off. Like I said, the following week, not so much. I just wasn't working as hard. I was prioritizing my time to do other things and, just learn about systemic racism in our country and just kind of like brainstorm as far as like what can I do as one person to make a change. So that's where my focus was. As far as the current week that we're in, it's been okay. And like even like as far as where my head is at this week, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm trying not to let it be like, okay, I did my 1 week of learning and reading and growing and that's enough, right? Like, because that's not enough. So some of the things that I'm doing to make sure that I continue to grow and learn. One thing is I started a book club with some other people within the reselling community, as well as even like colleagues of mine, as well as students of mine. It's a really random but amazing group of people. It's like a little over 30 people. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. I do know that we're starting with the book, The New Jim Crow, and I'm excited for this because I do love to read, and I think it's a great way to continue learning, but to also have the accountability of, other people to make sure that I'm reading, but also to be able to discuss with them what we're learning. I think just like being able to grow with other people and learn with other people and have these like huge realizations with other people, I think there's something so powerful about that. And knowing that we're scattered all across the country, and knowing that as we empower ourselves with this knowledge, that there are people all over the United States who are going to be doing the work alongside with me. And I think, just being able to speak with them and brainstorm with them as to like, what are we going to do with the knowledge that we have gained? I think there's going to be something so powerful about that. So that's one thing that I've committed to doing is, starting that book club and leading some of the discussions. I want to like take turns in leading the discussion because I don't want to be the one doing it every single time. But that's like one concrete thing that I'm doing. If you have any suggestions for like how to run a book club too, I know that's not really what my channel is about, but I would love it if you could leave those in the comments down below because that would be really helpful as I have no experience doing anything like this. And again, like I would love to hear about what things you are doing to make a difference and what things you are doing to stand up to systemic racism, because I think the more ideas we can float out there, the more we can learn from one another, the better. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I know this was a longer video because it was a great sales week, like I said. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button on your way out. Thanks again for hanging out, guys. It was a blast for me. Hopefully it was for you too. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.